Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of You Oughta Know, where I introduce you to bands that you should definitely have on your radar. Today, our guest is Valar Morghulis out of North Carolina. How are you guys doing?
Great, awesome.
Awesome guys. So let's just, let's talk a little bit about yourselves real quick. How did the band get together? Is everybody from the same area? And how did the name happen?
The band got together because myself and the singer who's not here, Matt's at home celebrating birthday.
Happy birthday, Matt.
Yeah. We coached football together for our sons. I showed up one day in a Slipknot shirt, and he's like, "Dude, you like metal?" Yeah. And so I showed him some videos of me playing because I used to play just at home by myself with YouTube and backing tracks and stuff like that. And so he introduced me to Ben. We started jamming. Drummer, and then we kind of advertised for bass player, guitar player, and these guys come on board, and next thing you know, Joey and Ewan popped in, and here we are about a year, 15 months, something like that later.
Awesome, very, very cool. How would you describe your sound?
Thrash.
I mean, it's you can use the word heavy 1,000 times and that would work, because my God, it's amazing. There's a lot of, from what I heard, there's a lot of Death influence. Like I could hear some of the old school Death, and even some of the old school to a certain degree, like Sepultura, the first few albums, that kind of stuff. Like, is that like an influence of yours?
I never was. I didn't. Some of these guys may have. I listened to them, but I wasn't. For me, I'm the oldest, so I grew up listening to freaking the Big Four. To me, you can make it the Big Eight: Old Testament, Death Angel, Overkill, Forbidden. Throw those guys in there. That's just me. Thrash was my roots. These guys kind of influenced me to write more, a little bit of modern, a little bit of death, a little bit of black metal.
Yeah.
So it's just it's a big hodgepodge, really.
No, it's a really, really, really good style. Like, listening to the stuff on YouTube, I was like, it's awesome how you can definitely tell. It's like, oh, that's the new song. I love the fact that the transitions between songs are very quick, because you don't know how much I hate when the song ends and you got like 10 seconds and the next one starts. No, you guys' album, it's like it just punches you in the face the entire time. It's like, that's amazing. I love it. And you guys have been together for, you said a year and a half, basically?
Yeah, like a year and a half.
All right.
Yeah.
Were you able to play some shows already?
Oh, yeah.
Cool. What would be like your favorite show that you've done?
Milestone would have been a good show. Yeah, that was a good crowd. With what was it, Strike the Tower?
Strike the Tower, Drowned Out.
Yeah, good sound, good environment.
Yeah.
And we did Ground Zero down in Spartanburg, where it was literally just 3 bands, and we were literally just playing for the other bands.
But it was so fun. It was so cool.
Those shows are cool. Like we ended up, my old band back in Florida, we ended up doing a show in Jacksonville, and we show up, and it was just going to be us two. It was just my band and another band. The other band, we found out that they were in high school, and that the venue was 21 and up, so they wouldn't allow them or their fans to show up. Now, we're coming from Orlando. Nobody knew who we were.
Right.
Everybody that was there left. It was like, oh, shit. So what do we do? And the bar owner's like, well, I'll pay you guys. Just, you can play all night if we want. So we played for my fiance at the time, my wife now. Like, we played for her for like 3 hours. Every single song we ever made, and it was fun, So I get it, man. Those shows are like, oh, you're playing for the other guys. Hey, it beats the heck out of being at the house, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah. Flavor out practice.
Yeah.
The other guys were really cool. Broken Trinity and Sonic Amana. It was the first time we'd met them, really.
Yeah, we made
it's like, hey, we're going to play together. There's nobody here but us, so we're going to have a kick-ass time. And we did. It was a good show.
Yeah.
Those guys are awesome. And it's just a good, fun, relaxed show. You can be yourselves and goof around and have a good time. So
yeah, and those 2 venues are kind of historical around here. One of them, Slayer's played there, Slipknot's played there, Danzig's played there, Nirvana's played the Milestone. Nice. Yeah, it's just real nostalgia. It was a Sunday night. We were like, fuck it, we're gonna play.
So the venue itself makes the show like memorable.
Exactly.
Awesome. So that leads me into the next question, which is we're all dealing with the COVID situation and the current state of affairs. How has that affected you guys? Have you been able to keep rehearsing? Have you been recording? Like, what have you been doing with the, with the downtime? Last time I checked, North Carolina, like some of the venues have opened, but I don't think that it's the whole state. It's just some counties.
Yeah. Well, the state has essentially opened for phase 3, and a lot of venues have opened. Some have chosen not to, based on their numbers, based on everything. So where we're at, we literally practice in our garage and my garage. We are able to socially distance, and so I think right when it first hit, we shut down because we weren't sure what the hell was going to happen.
I don't think anybody was.
Yeah, and so we were better safe than sorry. And then as we got more information, we started taking more precautions, and so we've been just jamming. And then here recently, we were talking about saying, well, we've got this built-in downtime essentially because of COVID. Why not just take the time and start writing new material, and hopefully get in the studio and try and record like in February. So it just made sense. Like, okay, nobody's going to book a show, so let's just write new material.
Yeah, and it's been awesome because we've been able to actually sit down and say, hey, we're not worried about playing this show. Let's worry about writing, and we've already got a lot of steps in the right direction. So, like you said,
you're honing your craft, you're working on yourselves. It's perfect.
Yeah. We got a show on Halloween, and we've got one tentatively, depending on how COVID goes, the Saturday after Thanksgiving, and that's it. We're done for 2020. We're going to continue on focus on writing and recording in 2021.
Awesome.
See where this thing shakes out in the spring.
Awesome. So that kind of answers like the next question that I have is like, what's the future plans? You're working on it. Is it going to be a full album or is it going to be an EP? Oh,
No,
full album.
full
Okay,
album.
nice,
Full album.
nice.
Yeah.
And you guys are doing it all independent, right?
Yeah.
Man, that's the way to do it. Like you and I, we're probably from the same era. So like, these kids, they don't know how good they have it right now.
No.
It's you can just stay home and you can just stay home and record the whole album and release it without having to leave your fucking chair.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Like I put out 2 singles, and the first time when I put the first one out, I did an interview, and the guy prior to the interview was like, "Okay, so who did all the music?" It's like, "I did it all." It's like, "Yeah, but who recorded it?" It's like, "I recorded everything." It's like,
Right.
"You did it all yourself?" It's like,
Yeah.
"Yeah."
Yeah.
It's at the time it's like it's 2018, dude. Where you been?
Right.
And it's so amazing because people now freak out like, you didn't go to the studio, you didn't do this. I'm like, no, if you just take a moment to read and research and everything else,
Yeah, just
you could literally sit in your living room and record everything.
just buy a damn Focusrite for $100 and
Yeah.
a Mackie mixer and you're done. That's it. That's all you need. It's crazy. And it's so good. And it's so good because this scene, this music needs that. I want to say that one of the main reasons when you look at rap music, their underground scene was huge for so long that it just laid a foundation that it's kind of hard to take away now. And I think that when it comes to rock music, I think a lot of it got pushed, and a lot of like the bands that got big got really big.
Yeah.
And there was no like groundswell effort. There was no like homegrown effort or anything like that. It's just happening now by force, and I think it's great.
Yeah, I think you can compare this. We were talking about this. Like you said, we're coming from the same kind of age and background. You can compare today with rock music, metal music, just like the tape trading days and the thrash scene back in the early 80s. It's the same, man. Because most independent artists are sharing each other, trying to promote each other. You're digging off the other guy's vibes. That's what we're trying to do is create better recognition for the whole scene.
A lot more camaraderie now than 10 years ago.
Oh yeah.
Like 15 years ago. Like my last band I was in was probably 2009, and it's you didn't want to like rub elbows, but you ended up doing it because I don't understand why the scene was like that, but like right now it's so cool that I ask you about like Hollow Intent, like nowhere near the rhythm, nowhere near the style of music that you do, but you guys know them. It's like, no, Will's a great dude. It's like, I love that. Like we didn't, 15 years ago, we didn't have that stuff or anything like that. It's great.
Yeah. The cool part is we're like the one show we were talking about, like Milestone. That show was a great show. We were the only metal band there. Everybody else was a little punky, a little alternative metal, and it was cool, man. It was great. It was like, hey, you know, there's a little something for everybody.
They were all blown away when we came on.
Nice. Yes. So okay. So let's tell everybody, where can they find your music? I know you can find it on YouTube. I was listening to it like the past 2 days. Like, where else can we find your stuff?
Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, Google Play, Deezer, hell, even Napster, believe it or not.
Napster's it's actually really big now. All of a sudden, it's
Yeah,
like, oh
all of a
yeah,
sudden,
and, we have a paid service and this like that. It's like, oh, okay.
There's so many different that through our distributor that we got on. There's some things I've never even heard of. So
Yeah,
we're out there pretty much every day.
yeah. Some of the stuff and like with CD Baby, there's like Japanese distributors and stuff. It's like, well, I think the song is there.
Right.
I don't know how to search because I don't type in, Cantonese, so I can't tell. So that's awesome, guys. Anything else you want to say to the fans before we leave? Like, why, go ahead and tell them, why should they listen to you guys?
Oh God. I mean, we just enjoy what we do, and we hope that comes through the music. We're not out to make money. We're not out to be on tour with Metallica and all them every day of every year. We would love to, of course, but we're realistic. We all have jobs. Gary and I have been in our careers for like close to 20 years, and we just love playing metal and we love just playing music. So it's just one of those things where you get a chance to just get out and enjoy it and have a blast and get to meet new people. And if you dig it, that's cool. If you don't, that's cool too. Not everybody's gonna like what you do, but
Awesome.
we always try and incorporate new things into it. We have styles of black metal, so
make some new friends.
Yeah.
I always say we take our music very seriously. We don't take ourselves very seriously.
And that's probably the best thing you can do.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you guys so much for being part of the show. Everybody out there, Valar Morghulis out of North Carolina. I got it right?
Yeah,
I said it right. Yes. Out of North Carolina. Go ahead and check them out. Thank you guys so much for being here, okay?
Thank you, Jay. Appreciate it, brother.
Appreciate it.
All right. Have a good one.
You too as well.